Hey everybody, I'm Ted Drozdowski, editorial director for Premier Guitar, and we are here in Nashville at the Country Music Hall of Fame Theater with Steve Morse. And Steve is playing 2 sets tonight with the Steve Morse Band and with the Dixie Dregs. Yeah. And he's got a really great rig here that we're going to tell you about in just a moment. Steve, shall we start with this guitar? Because this guitar is obviously very personal to you.
Guitar's where it starts, for sure. Well, it's serial number 1, but it's basically the same guitar they still make. Music Man makes a Steve Morse signature, and it's got 2 humbuckers, 2 single coil. This one has the synth pickup, which I need for the trio, the Steve Morse Band stuff, because I add in synth to bolster some of the melodies, and also string pads and stuff. Anyway, it's got 1 master volume and 1 tone, so that I could, fade in. And the tone is you can hear it shaping the tone. Some tone controls on guitars it's like they don't make a difference.
Yeah, this one seems really reactive.
Yeah, and part of that is picking the right capacitor. And the reason it has 22 frets instead of 24 is I feel that this pickup needs to be here in order to be close to the ideal distance between your half point, your 12th fret, and the bridge. That it needs to be here, and that's a big difference between my guitar and a lot of guitars that have more frets on the neck.
And you've actually did a little mod up here. Do you want to tell us about it a little bit?
I got this. There's some wire ties, and it's basically held by the tension of the strings, which is like luthiers will look at this and just put their heads down and go get an aspirin, But it was for me. It was designed for me, and since I changed my technique and I can't mute as much with my the heel of my hand, because the arthritis, I can't bend my wrist as much without being in great pain. So without the mute, with the mute, it kind of kills the excess. With the mute, without the mute. That's if you let it go forever. I'm not going to let it go forever, but I'm doing that just to illustrate how extreme it can get with high gain.
Yeah.
And so for some solos and some parts, I just quick. Now, because my hand's floating, these strings, they're there. I can still play, but they're not going to run away. That has to do. You can pick different types of foam to change that.
Yeah, but that's very practical.
Yes,
very practical.
It works great for me.
Yep,
and that's what I just made it for me.
A garage project, actually.
Yeah.
You should. We might talk to you a bit for our mod issue next year. You
hangar.
Never know.
It was hangar, not garage. It was my hangar.
That's right. It was an airplane garage.
Airplane hangar. Yeah.
And you've got 2 more toggles on there too. We can talk about a little bit in addition to the pickup selector.
Okay. Well, this came from using my Strat neck on the telly body and putting different pickups on and coming up with this configuration. I have 2 humbuckers, so that's my and my warm one, and I combine them with this switch. Same with the single coil. Here's the single coil. Combine it with the maybe you can hear it better. Well, without the volume, it's not become super apparent. Then we also have this pickup, which is for rhythm. rhythm and stuff. And you can also, there's a position where you can combine that pickup with the output of these, so you can have 3 pickups on at once. There's a lot more possibilities than I've got here. These are just the ones that over time that I think work better, having to do with the distance and relationship and phasing with each other.
And sort of really focusing in on your core tones, your core selection of tones.
Yeah, and that's why the Y2D Music Man guitar that I used with Purple only has 3 pickups, because those were the 5 sounds that I, and it's a 5-way selector, period. Those are the 5 sounds I use, day in and day out.